Okay, so you want to succeed with your construction business right away. Well, there's a lot of things that could go wrong, and I'm here to help you in this video. So I'm excited to have you here. I'm going to show you the pitfalls that either I've made or I've seen people make. I'm a construction business coach at this point. My construction business is running itself on autopilot. I have a whole coaching program that helps contractors run their construction businesses on autopilot. It's called Automation Blueprint. But the purpose of this video is to provide you, my friend, with the guidance that I wish I had when I was in your shoes. If I had this video, I think I would have been in a much better place. I'm going to give you some simple tips. I'm going to help you along your journey of becoming a contractor, owning a construction business. So without further ado, click the like button to continue watching this video. Now let's jumpstart your construction business. Okay, my friend, the first steps. It seems obvious, but you need to know that you gotta have proper insurance, like general liability insurance and workers' comp insurance, and anything else like auto or anything that you might need according to your local place that you're doing business in. And always pull permits, my friend. Always pay your taxes. And of course, you need to have your contractor's license if you're going to do anything structural. Of course, you need your contractor's license to pull permits. So do all those things. I have plenty of videos on this channel about how to actually get your contractor's license and all the steps you need to go through and just everything like that. There's hundreds of videos on this channel all about construction business. Okay, so once you have your licensure and your taxes and your insurance and everything like that set up, you really need to kind of start shifting your mindset into how can I best market this construction business? Because marketing leads to sales, and sales is the lifeblood of your business. You cannot have a construction business without sales, and you can't have sales without marketing, right? Because you have to be able to market your services, whether that be in networking events or Google My Business or having a great website or having social media posts or anything like marketing. I have a whole marketing course on jesselane.com with 30 modules of straight marketing juice, but it really is the top of the funnel. If you think about your construction business, it's like marketing leads to sales, and then sales leads to your estimating department, and that may be you at first. Then your estimating department is going to lead into your project management, right? And then your project management is going to eventually lead into, and that includes superintendents and everything like that, and project managers, of course, but that's going to lead into like bookkeeping and accounting and any admin work and stuff like that. Then really it just kind of, the cycle repeats. And so if you can dial in marketing and sales, because that is going to be your ultimate main focus in the future, then you're really going to be set apart, especially in the beginning. So start getting some marketing going, get on Thumbtack, Home Advisor, Angie's List. Like if you got to start out doing that stuff. I almost said Craigslist because I've done that before. I've done Craigslist. I've done it. And if it works for you and you've tried it and you've got some good leads, then go for it. But you know, Craigslist, So next steps, you want to set yourself up to have basic systems. Now, eventually you'll get really complex things like structure software and stuff like that. But at first you can get by just doing a couple of your first few projects on Google Sheets, Google Docs, Gmail, or if you're a Microsoft guy, hey, no offense taken, no hard feelings, but more of a Google and an Apple guy myself than a Microsoft guy. But there are some things that Word and Excel just excel at, you know? Google just has a lot more, collaborative tools because construction is really a collaborative sport. So Google does allow you to, edit a Google Sheet. Your team can edit it, together with you. And I say your team because you're watching this video might be just starting your construction business. You probably don't have much of a team, so it's going to be just you. But you could at least get used to Google Sheets, Google Docs, those types of things, because really at this point a lot of the world uses it. And if you do want to sign up to like different software accounts, like task management, which by the way, Structure does task management, but if you're feeling squirrely and you do want to sign up for like a software platform that can do task management and flow charts and scorecards and track your KPIs and log your meetings and quiz your staff and a place to start building your processes and project management and so many more things, then I would recommend just signing up for Structure. It's not that expensive, and I think it'll be good to kind of get your feet wet, just like the Google Docs, the Google Sheets, but that's definitely fine to start, in Gmail and stuff like that. So the next part of just like your foundation in your business really comes down to your team. This could be subcontractors or employees, because like it really comes down to other people, because as an entrepreneur, You really want to think beyond yourself. Eventually, you're going to build systems and processes to where other people are going to be running those processes. And that's the most exciting part about entrepreneurship. This is the juice behind the sauce, man. This is how the sauce is made, man. This is how you free yourself and spend more time with your wife, your kids, your family, your girlfriend, whatever you got going on, your boyfriend. It's not just about you anymore. It's going to come down to the culture of your team, even if it's just subcontractors, and how everyone communicates and how we don't yell at each other and how it's, everything is ultimately good. And you come up with resolves. You find resolves to these construction site problems together. You're going to start developing your core team, and these people are going to be on your side, and it's going to be a beautiful thing when you start really developing that team. Hey, by the way, if you're liking this video so far, then leave a like, or leave a dislike if you don't like it, just pick one down there. Thanks. Okay, so part 2 of this is how to get your first client, because you gotta go out and get your first project. You could start with maybe someone a colleague, a referral, someone, hey, do you need a construction project done? Let me help you out. But you could also get on those platforms, right? Those Thumbtacks, those Angie's List, those Home Advisor. A lot of that's residential stuff, but maybe Construct Connect or something like that to kind of start finding some bids, maybe talk to some architects, talk to some engineers, maybe talk to some developers, some brokers, some property managers, kind of start getting your name out there. Be like, hey, what's up? Well, let me take you to lunch, man. Let me come to your office and give you some company cookies, cookies with your logo on it, brochures. You don't want to just sell, but you want to be like, hey, value. How can I best provide value for you and your tenants if you're doing commercial? Or if you're doing residential, that's a different marketing game. You don't necessarily need to go to property managers or commercial brokers. Commercial might be a little bit of a different game. You might not be going to commercial brokers. Maybe you want to go to, residential property managers or multifamily property managers, So it depends who your target market is. If you're doing commercial and residential, industrial, right? If you want to do multifamily, there's different kind of sectors of construction that you might want to tap into. So the target audience is going to be what you choose, but you just got to know that a commercial developer is probably going to have a commercial project, and I want to position my website and all that stuff like a commercial contractor. I don't want to be like a residential contractor looking website. I did that, man. I seriously had residential all over my website. And I was talking to a mentor back in the day, and he was like, get that residential off of your website. I'm like, but George Headley. I'm like, bro, I can't just take it off my website. What if that $200,000 room edition calls me and he's like, take it off. Next thing you know, I have an 8-figure commercial general contracting company, in Jacksonville, Florida, which now runs itself. I have a CEO. Anyway, let's keep moving. Which, by the way, all this marketing talk, if you want to get my free marketing roadmap, which has all the 30 modules from the marketing course on it for free, just go to jesselane.com and you can find the marketing roadmap for free. So after this, you've done a successful project. You want to go and position yourself with that new confidence, that inspiration that you have, that happy customer. Bro, I'm telling you, go get client testimonial video and make sure they shout your name on the rooftops of the interwebs, because that, my friend, is what's going to take your construction business to the absolute next level. When you have another person shouting your praise, like the Bible says, let another man praise you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's really what you want to do, is let your client, your happy clients, if they weren't happy, don't send them the Google review link. If they want to give you a 3-star or 4-star, it's like, if this client is totally stoked, bro, send that Google review link in your Google business profile. Be like, yo, get more reviews. There's this button that says, yo, get more reviews. I'm not sure if the yo part is in there, but then you click that and then you text or email the link to the client. And you're like, yo, let me get a 5-star review up in here. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, snap. Glad you asked. I would love to. This guy did a fantastic job on my pizza shop or on my residential room edition, whatever. I'd highly recommend him. 5 stars, post. Watch what happens to your business, bro. I'm telling you. Watch what happens. It's going to be awesome. The next steps, right, is to use your first few projects as a learning experience. Because really, bro, when it comes down to it, you're going to be learning from your first few projects. Don't be afraid of the failure. This might sound cliche, but
like, oh, fail forward, or the failure is the journey. I mean,
bro, it's so true. It really is. If you can just own your failures, take responsibility, and take note. Don't fail on that same thing again, unless it's some crazy like act of God or like something. Really try your hardest to remember that failure. And really when it comes down to it, you're not going to forget. You know what I'm saying? Those failures are going to be so ingrained in you. You're going to know to never, ever, ever do X, Y, and Z failure again. Always buy the best quality materials. If you can, buy out the job like with the best quality subcontractors. You know what I'm saying? Never, ever, ever don't not pull permits. Always pull permits. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, man, you're going to get this thing going, right? You're going to start having some success. And then next thing you know, you're going to not pull permits on this job. You could lose your license. This whole thing that you've been building could come crumbling down if you don't have the proper licenses, if you don't pull the proper permits, if you don't pay your taxes. You gotta have these things dialed in. You're a business owner now. You are not a carpenter. Get off the tools. Do not touch tools. We'll talk about that in a second. And let me tell you, man, you are going to be like a Swiss Army knife. You're going to be doing the bookkeeping, the estimating, the project management, the marketing. You're going to be doing the sales. You're going to be running around meeting clients. You're going to be doing biz dev. You're going to be doing so many things. But the beauty of this is that you're going to be able to build systems and processes about all the things that need to happen in your business when it's time, because you're going to know. You've been there. You've done it. And it's going to take loads of effort. You're going to say no to going out to dinner with friends or watching Netflix at night or playing video games. You know, all the stuff I've been saying for years. It really does take, when you're starting a construction business, and I'm sure any business, but ultimate dedication to first learn all these things and do all these things. Because unless you have outside funding, you're probably not going to have the money to just go buy $100,000 employees. And so you're going to be doing a lot yourself. To become the Swiss Army knife, learn what you need to learn. Open your mind, bro. Learn how to use your computer. Just learn how to use tech. Learn how to communicate properly. Then when it comes down to building the proper systems and your structure account, right, my software, then it's really going to help you when you just are just like, boom, I know exactly what, and there's templates and stuff that you can use in the software, but you're going to know. And of course, Automation Blueprint runs you through. We help you build the processes, but you got to know for yourself how you want your company to run, because you're the business owner. We're just here to help. Okay, so the next part of this is actually scaling up your operations, right? You want to take this construction business that you've started and you want to learn how to start scaling, right? So you've been successful on a few, first couple projects. Now it's time to scale. So how do you scale a construction business? So the first tip to scale your construction business is to put the money back into your business. So you may be tempted to buy that Rolly, bro, get a nice car, you know what I'm saying? Buy a nice apartment, get the condo, get the house, whatever. Buy nice stuff, get the nice clothes. Like, don't get me wrong, look good, smell good, feel good. Go to the gym, have nice clothes. Don't pull up in an absolute beater to people's houses or their businesses, or if you're doing commercial, to sell projects. So examples of what I even mean by this is like buying that next nice new piece of software or investing into a new hire to take the load off of your shoulders. Really what this comes down to is people and systems, right? If people can follow the systems that you build, which is another topic, but you need to be able to afford those people. Your projects need to be able to fund those people. And so you need to invest the money that you're getting on the net profit of those projects into the next move, which more than likely is going to be your next hire. And if you follow the Automation Blueprint, then you'll know admin and bookkeeping and superintendent are the first two that you should hire. Then we move to estimating and project management, and eventually sales, marketing, and COO. Then you can hire a CEO if you really want to go that far. And then hasta la vista, baby, pina coladas, whatever you want to do. Okay, now you want to start thinking like an entrepreneur. And what this means is you want to start working on your business and not in it. And what do I mean by working on your business and not in it? Bro, get off the tools. You know what I'm saying? Start creating a vision, start creating quarterly goals, start creating a mission statement, start creating an annual budget, start putting these systems together, right? Start building your processes, your checklists. When you onboard a new employee, when you onboard a new client, what happens? What's your process? What's your checklist? Where did your receipts go? Who's supposed to build the schedule? Who keeps the schedule up to date? How do you send your invitations to bid out to subcontractors? How do you estimate a project? How do you manage the budgets on your project? What do your proposal templates look like? There's so many things that happen inside of a construction business. That's just a sneak peek that you need to know. By the way, I can help with all this stuff. I've been there, I've done that. If you just go to jesselane.com, you can apply for Automation Blueprint, our coaching program. Would love to help you. So once you start working on your business and not in it, you're going to be ready to start kind of leveling up to the next steps, which is hiring more people. Again, you could follow the automation blueprint to hire the right people at the right time and make sure to hire the right people for the right role, right? Right people, right seats, right? You want to make sure people are sitting in the right role and make sure your superintendent ain't sitting because he needs to be walking around the job site. You know what I'm saying? And you really need to know how to find A players because you don't want any D and C players on your team, even though it might be tempting to bring on a D or a C player that really doesn't have the right culture, that really doesn't have the right ability, they don't have the right character for your team. It's tempting because they'll take D or C player salary. If you could pay A player salary to attract A player talent, that's how you build a great reputation. That's how you build a great construction business. And I know that you're going to be successful. So I really hope this video was helpful. Click the like button, go to jesselane.com if you need any templates or coaching, and I'll see you in the next video. You can check out the next video too. That's going to pop up in a minute. Peace.